Hi, I'm Eric Serafos Miller, local judge. With me today is Alex Muller, and we have Rakdos Burn for you today. And I'm excited to talk about this deck. So, Alex, why are you playing this particular deck in Standard right now?
Well, seeing as how everyone is doing like Izzet or Igori or Selesnya, I figured why not do one of the guilds that's not in the Standard right now, which is Rakdos. And I always liked the red and black combo together. So I figured why not make a Rakdos deck before Rakdos comes out.
Okay, I'm excited to talk about it. Let's just hop right in. Let's go to the deck.
All right.
So immediately we're faced with this beautiful, beautiful burn package right here. We've got Shock, Lightning Strike, Wizard's Lightning is your standard red ones, but then since we're in black, we have Sovereign's Bite. I love this card so much. Talk to me about. There's not a whole lot to talk about, honestly. We have the burn. This is basically Lightning Helix, but for black mana, which I'm really okay with. Moving forward, then I guess. Oh my God! Look at this creatures. So we have the standard kind of package here of creatures here. But then, talk to me about Electrostatic Field.
Now, alright, so Electrostatic Field, it's like Gutter Stomp, but let's say a more beefier Gutter Stomp, as if Gutter Stomp went to the gym or something like that.
Gutter Stomp went to the gym, became a wall.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's Defender too. It's a 0/4 Defender. That's really good against like aggro decks or dealing with like early threat and stuff.
It's able to keep your opponent from swinging in too much with their smaller guys, and it also has that gutter snipe effect. So it trades having more toughness for the 1 damage.
Yes.
Seems pretty good. I do have a question. Why only 2 Fanatical Firebrands? I feel like that card's very good.
It is good, but seeing as I'm running Wizard's Lightning, I want wizards on the field rather than goblins running around, and that's where Lava Runner comes in.
Lava Runner and the Pyromancer are both wizards. Okay, that makes a little bit of sense.
And yet they are good for that extra ping damage or just being a mini blocker.
There you go. Then we have 2 Lava Coils. Is this just your concession to like large green creatures essentially?
Exactly. Green creatures or like dealing with cards that come back from the graveyard rather than
Phoenixes and such.
Exactly.
Makes a lot of sense. Now this right here, this is the reason I want to build this deck. Risk Factor and Sword Point Diplomacy. Run me through Risk Factor real quick. What does this card do?
Now, Risk Factor, it deals 4 damage to your opponent unless they let you draw 3 cards.
Yeah, and it has Jumpstart as well, which is an ability that lets it come back from the graveyard.
You can play it from your graveyard.
Yes.
Discarding a card from your hand.
Now, this card is based off of Browbeat, which is an older card, which is one of my favorite cards of all time. So I've been so happy to play this card in Standard. It's phenomenal, in my opinion. But Sword Point Diplomacy, it's very similar because you draw 3 cards, but what does it do different?
Instead, you reveal those 3 cards to your opponent, and your opponent chooses what cards you keep and what cards will get exiled. But every card he exiles, they take 3 damage for it. So potentially that's 9 damage that they could be taking.
Yeah, that seems very powerful. We had you on Feature Match earlier, and I feel like and it was the mirror, which was insane to me that we even had that happen. But every time a Sword Point Diplomacy got cast, life totals changed drastically. It was absolutely wonderful to see. Now, we got this little one-of guy over here, this Primal Amulet. What does this card do?
Now, what this card does, it makes my instants and sorceries cost 1 less. And every time I cast an instant or sorcery, I put a charge counter on it. And once I got 4 or more charge counters on it, I flip it. And the flip effect does it. I can add, it turns into a land. I can tap it to add 1 mana of any color, and depending on the spell, it can you can reassign the spell to another. It makes a copy of that spell that you can reassign to another target or the same target.
So the land gives you a mana that copies whatever is spent spent on it. Spent. The mana makes you copy spells.
Yes.
So you can get 2 Wizard's Lightning, you can get 2 Risk Factors.
Exactly.
This seems insane to me.
Yeah.
I love this card. This card is super cool. I guess the downside is it is a 4 mana
Yes, that
artifact.
is the downside.
What is the flip condition?
When I get 4 or more charge counters on it,
And how do you get charge counters?
by casting instants and sorcery spells.
Okay, so it's what you want to be doing. It's what you're doing anyway.
Yeah.
All right, cool beans, cool beans. All right, mana base, not a whole lot going on. Is a 2-color mana base. You're having a great time. So let's move on to the sideboard.
All right.
We have the other 2 lava coils, which makes a lot of sense. 2 fight with fires. How often do you kick these fight with fires?
Not very much. They're more for dealing with things that
Have 5 toughness?
Yeah, or that lava coil can't deal with.
Okay. Fiery cannonades. How have those been feeling for you recently?
Recently, I haven't been able to play them as much since a lot of not a lot of people are playing with tokens or smaller creatures.
I feel like also every time I have a fiery cannonade in my hand, my opponent has a bunch of pirates.
Yeah.
I feel like that's just a thing that happens to me constantly. Ritual of Soot. Now, what does that card do?
It destroys all creatures with converted mana of 3 or less.
Okay.
So good against like aggro, obviously with like the
Decks that run smaller creatures.
yeah, exactly.
Awesome. What does Radiant Lightning do? I know this card.
It does 3 damage to your opponent, and it deals 1 damage to all your to all their creatures. So again, good against like token decks. And,
I don't think I've ever read that card.
yeah, normally people don't play it, but seeing as I only had 2 fire cannonades to begin with, I didn't.
I mean, if you Primal Amulet, that's just basically
It is.
an upgraded.
Fire cannonade.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this card. Then you have 2 Banefires. Copying Banefire with Primal Amulet seems silly.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Really,
And then,
for control, obviously.
oh boy, you're speaking my language right here with these Angraths.
Yep.
Walk me through what Angrath does.
Now what Angrath does is he comes in 5 mana cost, comes in with 4 loyalty counters on it, and you can +1 him to make your opponent discard a card and they lose 2 life, which is really good against control. His -3, you gain control of target creature, and if it costs 3 or less, it gets sacrificed at the end step. So on your end
So
step,
you can
sacrifice.
take one of their small creatures and
Yeah.
then bop them with it, and then
Or take their big creature that they built up and kill them with it.
I really like that you can take Jade Light Rangers with that, and it's like, here's your 4. It's gone now.
I actually took a crackling drake. From
Oh yeah.
I
Oh
took one from
god.
my opponent,
And I bet it was huge.
especially with all my cards. And
Yes.
exile cards.
My god, it's insane. All right. Well, thank you very much for talking to me about this. Do you have any closing remarks about the deck?
Burn, baby, burn. That's what this deck does.
Hashtag Tap Mountains win games.
Exactly.
Well, again, I'd love to thank you for coming out here. My name is Eric Searfoss Miller,
I'm Alex Mueller.
and this was another Deck Tech. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.